What's up, y'all? This your girl, Miss Maggie T with Atlanta Falcons Nation and Atlanta Sports Nation News. All the Atlanta news and content in one place. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss it. I know you miss me. Let's go ahead and get into these Falcons. Mini camp has begun and they had practice on yesterday. And Arthur Smith and Terry are definitely trying out players they are looking to add to the trenches, as they've been stating over and over again. So those players that tried out included Dakota Allen, Isaiah Buggs, Adam Kuhn, Jalen Dalton, Amika Emezi, and Jonathan Harrison. All are looking to get a placement on this roster. We'll see how that goes there. I'll keep you guys updated. But as far as players that did not participate in minicamp, it looks like Arthur Smith did decide that Cordero Patterson will sit out for these next 2 days, as his decision was because, he has some other things that he'll be doing with him for the off season. So he do have some plans with them. We'll see him, but they just really want him to be at 100%. He was a big contributor factor to the team last season, and they just want to see him progress and just stay healthy. Understandable. Now, as far as other players that won't be also participating in this mandatory minicamp, it looks like Deion Jones, Keith Smith, and Vincent Taylor. As Arthur Smith said, they are all dealing with some off-season procedures and surgeries. So, nonetheless, do hope they'll have a full recovery and be able to return sooner or later. Now, as far as other players that are there, but at a limited basis, that includes Eric Harris, Frank Darby, and Auden Tate. So that's all the news I got as far as injury updates and things like that. Well, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of this competition. Look, minicamp is on the way, and we have a quarterback competition going on in between Mariota and Desmond Ridder. And actually, both players are actually surprised at how quickly they are picking up Atlanta's offense. As you guys know, Arthur Smith seems to be a good coach at getting them just caught up pretty well. As you know, Mariota has, been a part of other teams. So, it's familiar to him, but to kind of catch on as quick as this is a good thing. I've seen the highlights of both players, and, fairly, as you guys know, Marcus Mariota has been noticeably better, throwing the ball early on in the OTAs, but it looks like Desmond Ridder wants to, definitely contend and make this competition even better, because he's actually taking it as serious as you can. He's saying he's playing his play calls into his iPhone voice recorder app and listening to it back as his way of studying. He just wants to progress, and it's going to be something to watch, late into this July, off season, to see how it works out for him moving forward, So I love that competition, and it's one thing about quarterbacks with the Atlanta Falcons. We haven't had success at a backup quarterback in quite some time. If it was basically when Matt was down, it was like, oh, what we gonna do? So it's good to see that these players are just trying to one up each other. Keep it going. Now, as far as it looks like Drew Dahlman is appearing to be working out with the starters again. Matt Hennessy and Dahlman will most likely rotate first-team reps throughout training camp and preseason, and that's another center competition that we'll be paying attention to. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes down. Now, as far as Elijah Wilkinson, he's also getting some time in at left guard. As you guys know, he is definitely trying to compete for that push with Jalen Mayfield for the left guard job. And it's early to say how that's going to go worth on, as far as that, but nonetheless, he's getting a lot of experience, and he's youthful, and he has the ability to play multiple positions. So we'll see how that favors going into this summer. As far as Jermaine Ifedi and Khalid McGarry, there's also some battles right there, that right tackle job. So and there's a lot more to come from there, but this is kind of a few highlights I picked up from minicamp as of yesterday. The guys will be practicing up until Wednesday, and looks like Arthur Smith, though, on Thursday, he will be treating the guys to Top Golf. And this is his actually team building strategy activity that he wants to do with the players, as he's just trying to get them a little bit more closer, get them to gel a bit better with that chemistry in this off-season program. So just close it out leading up into training camp. Now, I know I'm running and rambling. Let's get into these Hawks news and updates. There's an injury report going on. It looks like Jalen Johnson underwent a non-surgical procedure on his left knee to address his tendonitis. He will actually rehab over the offseason and is expected to make a full recovery leading up to training camp. So we'll see him sooner or later. Now, but as far as Bogdanovic, it looks like he's going to be out a little bit longer up into the regular season as he underwent a surgery following the season because he's dealing with his right patella tendon. He's addressing some knee inflammation, so he will definitely, but they expect to have him make a full recovery and be back by game time. So wish him all the best and recovery there. Now, the Hawks are a wild card in next week's draft that's coming up, guys. And they do have a lot of opportunities to trade up. There's been some talks about wanting to trade players for additional lottery picks, and trade up from the number 16 spot. So very interested to see what the Hawks decides to do there. But that's all I got as far as the Hawks content. Let's get into these hot Braves. 13-game win streak started. Yesterday. The team is definitely getting hot during this hot time of Atlanta. What better way to do it with a win streak? But we do have some player out. Ozzie Albies, second baseman, left Monday night's game against the Washington Nationals around the fifth inning. He actually had fractured his foot, according to the club, and is lucky he's going to be out quite some time. He's going to be put on a 60-day injured list, so he'll be out, and it looks like they decided to go ahead and sit him down. And they brought in Phil Gosselin to the major league roster. So we'll keep an eye out on Ozzie Albies as he recovers. But that's all I got as far as news and content. I know you guys want to get into a little bit of dream and things like that. Atlanta United. I'll work on that, you guys, as it goes. I just, I got to catch up on my notes. But I appreciate you guys. Once again, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our other content that we got. I'll have some morning shows, and we do have a weekend show as we go along. We have some new players on the team of AFM, so you're going to see a lot of new faces, but of course, nonetheless, a lot of familiar faces as well. So appreciate that again, Miss Maggie T and AFN and ASN, Atlanta Sports Nation. And I'm out, people. Peace.